Did you know that you can activate your third eye in just a few seconds? Sounds otherworldly, right? But believe it or not, there's a simple technique that can make this happen faster than you think. Contrary to what many people believe, you don't need to spend hours meditating or be a spiritual master to access this incredible ability. In fact, in less than a minute, you can begin to see life through new eyes, both literally and spiritually. What if I told you that Dr. Joe Dispenza, one of the leading experts in spiritual awakening, uses this technique in his practices? He's proven that anyone can use the power of the pineal gland to activate their third eye, access heightened states of consciousness, and even gain clarity on areas of life that seemed confusing. Curious? Stick around and discover how this simple technique can change your perception and transform your life. Imagine that in just 60 seconds, you could activate something powerful within yourself. That's right, your third eye. It's like a switch for spiritual awakening, something everyone has, but few know how to use. The pineal gland, known by many as the key to this process, can be quickly stimulated with a simple and effective technique. Close your eyes, focus on the spot between your eyebrows, take a deep breath, and visualize a bright light radiating. In seconds, you'll feel the energetic frequencies flow, beginning to activate this hidden power. By focusing on your third eye, your body starts aligning with the energetic frequencies around you. The pineal gland responds almost instantly, releasing substances like DMT, which facilitate this spiritual connection. This simple exercise not only activates the third eye but also opens the door to a higher state of consciousness. And believe me, you don't need to spend hours meditating or in deep silence to achieve this. In just 1 minute, your energy starts to shift, and you can feel the difference. For those beginning their journey, this technique is the first step toward expanding the mind and reaching new levels of perception. But what do you do after this activation? The next step is to keep that energy flow constant, and for that, it's important to understand how energetic frequencies influence this process. When the pineal gland is in tune with these frequencies, it acts as a channel, amplifying your connection with the universe. Let's dive deeper into this next. The pineal gland is often compared to a tuning fork, like the small instrument that fine-tunes the sound of a piano, for example. In the same way, it tunes itself to certain energetic frequencies that are around us, creating a continuous flow of energy. When this flow is balanced, the pineal gland releases DMT, which is responsible for intense spiritual experiences. People who use this technique talk about mental clarity, deep sensations of peace, and even meditative visions that guide them on their spiritual journey. These energetic frequencies aren't just abstract, they're everywhere, in nature, in the sound of thunder, or even in the regular beat of your heart. Everything is interconnected. When you start to adjust your personal vibration to align with these frequencies, spiritual awakening becomes more accessible. Picture yourself as an antenna, picking up signals that, when tuned correctly, unlock a new level of consciousness. Regular practice of this technique can intensify this experience, allowing you to perceive signs from the universe much more clearly. As you progress along this path, you'll realize that activating the pineal gland isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process of harmonizing with universal frequencies. By understanding this principle, you begin to see meditative practices in a new light, as a way to increase this energetic tuning. What does this mean for your spiritual development? Let's explore that further in the next stage. Meditative practice is at the heart of the third eye activation process. Imagine a moment of calm where you can simply close your eyes, place your attention on the point between your eyebrows, and take a deep breath. This simple act of concentration already begins to shift your energy. With each breath, you feel a slight expansion, a sense of peace washing over your body. Now, by adding a mantra, a word or phrase silently repeated, you amplify this energy flow, directing all your attention to spiritual awakening. A practical example of this technique would be to use a mantra like Om or I am light. Choose something that resonates with you. The idea is that the sound or mental repetition creates an internal vibration that helps raise the energetic frequencies of your mind and body. You don't need to dedicate hours to this. A few minutes a day can bring surprising results. People who start incorporating this practice into their routine report feeling more focused, emotionally balanced, and deeply connected to their own essence. This practice is a bridge to something greater. By concentrating and using the mantra, you are aligning your energy with the universe. Over time, you'll find that this concentration goes beyond meditation. It starts to influence your thoughts, actions, and even your everyday decisions. What happens once this energy is fully tuned? The answer lies in a connection with universal energies, something we'll explore further next. When the third eye is activated, something fascinating happens. An electromagnetic field around you expands. It's as if an invisible door opens, allowing you to access states of consciousness that were previously out of reach. At this moment, your connection with universal energies is strengthened, and you begin to see life in a broader, more meaningful way. Imagine being in tune with the forces that move the cosmos, feeling like part of something much greater. That's the power of having an active third eye. The energetic frequencies flowing through your body are now aligned with the energies of the universe, like an electrical current with no resistance. When this connection is strong, you may start to experience profound insights, ideas that seem to come out of nowhere, and a sense that the world around you is more harmonious. Many people describe this moment as a spiritual awakening, where everything suddenly makes sense. With this connection, decisions that once seemed complicated become clear and simple. With each new experience, you'll realize that these higher states of consciousness bring a new perspective on your life and your choices. It's as if you have access to an inner wisdom that has always been there, but is now easier to hear. The next natural step is to dive into personal experiences of those who have already undergone this awakening. Let's see how this happened for Dr. Joe Dispenza and what he discovered in his meditative practices. Dr. Joe Dispenza is known for his profound meditative experiences, and one in particular highlights the power of third eye activation. In one of his practices, he shared how he reached a state of clarity so deep that problems that once seemed complex began to resolve themselves. By focusing his attention on the third eye and following the methods he teaches, Dispenza experienced a spiritual awakening that transformed how he viewed his life and purposes. For him, this practice revealed that many of the answers we seek are within us, waiting to be accessed. As he recounted this experience, he mentioned how the use of specific energetic frequencies and constant meditative practice created a true bridge between his mind and universal consciousness. He describes physical sensations, such as a slight pressure between his eyebrows and an internal explosion of light, which made him realize that his pineal gland was fully activated. In this state of clarity, he found solutions not only to personal issues but also to professional and spiritual dilemmas that had followed him for years. This kind of story inspires people around the world to follow in his footsteps, believing that this clarity is available to anyone who practices with dedication. The spiritual awakening that Dr. Dispenza achieved is proof that when properly activated, the third eye can bring powerful and transformative insights. And now that you have the tools, what's stopping you from trying? Are you ready to apply everything you've learned? Remember, activating the third eye is just the beginning of a journey of transformation. Think about the possibilities that open up when you start to perceive the world beyond physical sight, when you access higher states of consciousness and gain clarity about life. So, how about taking the first step now? Have you tried using this technique? What if what you've been searching for is just 60 seconds away? Leave a comment below, share your experiences, and, of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any life-changing content. See you in the next video.